Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Youth Service. At Youth Service, we try to give our younger attendees from Girl Scouts, Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, Dharma School, as well as our more experienced attendees from Junior YBA and our Scout classes and our other youth organizations, including YAO. A brief introduction to the temple and some of the concepts that you will see at the temple, not only when we are able to get together again in person, but also as we continue to practice virtually during this time. So I'm going to give you a little bit of background information about the temple and the stock. And afterward, we are going to be taking a test, okay? We're all going to take the test together. It won't be stressful, but brownies and Cub Scouts and YAO members and Padma Sangha students and Junior YBA members, please pay attention because if we pass the test, then we're going to have a little bit of fun, okay? Okay. So let's start with the golden chain, number 2. Everyone, please gasho. I am a link in the Buddha's golden chain of love, which stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that on what I do now depends not only my happiness or unhappiness, but also that of others. May every link in the Buddha's golden chain of love become bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Nomo Amida Buddha. So good morning. Let's start with a little introduction. At BCSF, we are Buddhists. We practice Buddhism and follow Buddhist teachings. What is Buddhism? Buddhism for us is a right way to live your life. Not the only right way, but it is a right way, meaning a good way to live your life through practicing kindness and awareness, okay? Remember that, brownies, practicing kindness and awareness. Awareness means being mindful, okay? Mindful of what we say, mindful of what we do, mindful of how our actions affect others, okay? Just like how we say in the golden chain of love, that what I do now depends my happiness or unhappiness and also that of others, okay? That's what we mean by practicing kindness and also awareness. So in our temple, we have 2 Buddhas, okay? 2 Buddhas. Shakyamuni Buddha, who we also call our historical Buddha, and Amida Buddha, okay? So remember that, Cub Scouts, we have 2 Buddhas, Shakyamuni and Amida. Shakyamuni Buddha was a real person who was born as a prince. He was born in the area that we now know as Nepal. Shakyamuni gave us his teaching. We call it Dharma. That means truth. The wonderful thing about Dharma is that it is universally true. It's not just true for Buddhists, but it's true for people of all backgrounds, whether you are Muslim or Jewish or Christian or of no religion. Dharma is true for all people. It's not a religion, sometimes we say in a traditional sense. For me, I feel it's more like a science, like a natural science. We also call Shakyamuni the great teacher. And I like to think of him as one of the greatest natural scientists. So for example, when Isaac Newton saw the apple fall off of a tree and said, aha, I now understand gravity. He did not invent gravity, okay? But he recognized it. He saw it, he recognized it, and he could explain it to others. And it's the same with Shakyamuni. Shakyamuni recognized that when we crave things that we can't have, that this will make us unhappy. He recognized that when we do good things, good actions, good consequences flow from that. But that when we do bad things, bad actions, bad consequences will flow from that. That's called Buddhist karma. He recognized these things and he taught others. And one of the most important things that Shakyamuni taught us was about Amida. He gave us an important lesson about Amida Buddha in the Western blissful land. Amida Buddha, who helps those beings who are too incapable to reach enlightenment on our own, meaning all of us. Amida Buddha is the Buddha who is in our Naiji. And you can always recognize Amida by the golden rays that come out of Amida's headdress area. Amida Buddha stays connected with us at all times and has great compassion for us. Amida Buddha takes care of us so that we can live regular lives. So remember this, Padma, Sangha, and Dharma award students, that in our temple, Jodo Shinshu, we don't have to be monks or nuns. We can be regular people, parents and kids and friends and neighbors. We don't have to leave home, leave our jobs, or go live in a monastery and practice meditation or attempt to attain enlightenment all day. Why? Because Amida is always taking care of us and ultimately helping us to reach enlightenment because we can't do it by ourselves. Another thing, Padma and Sangha and Dharma students, that Amida symbolizes is the oneness of all things. As Buddhists, we often talk about oneness. We try not to draw artificial distinctions between things like good versus evil or beautiful versus ugly. We try to see how all things are connected. So why do we say the Nembutsu? You hear us say the Nembutsu a lot. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Okay. Namo Amida Butsu has many meanings. Dharma school. It can mean I entrust myself to Amida. And I go to Amida to guide me. It can also mean I'm grateful. Sometimes people will say Namo Amida Butsu if they feel that some protection is needed, maybe from something bad, like if you see an accident, or ambulance or something on the street, sometimes people will say Namo Amida Butsu, meaning, invoking Buddha's name. Another thing that Nembutsu can mean is all of the teachings of Shakyamuni-san. So when you hear people saying Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, that also includes all of the many, many teachings that we learned from Shakyamuni. Let's talk for a minute about Buddhist etiquette. Etiquette means manners. These are the manners that we use, showing respect and gratitude. And we use our Buddhist etiquette when we are entering or exiting the Hondo, offering incense, and greeting people. So before we go to service, we need to bring an amenju and donation or saisen. Another thing that you will see people doing in the temple is doing what we call gasho. And that's when we put our palms together and bow, okay? So junior YBA, when we put our palms together and bow, that means reverence. It also means hello and goodbye. It also means thank you. And it can also mean, I'm sorry, please forgive me, or please excuse me. Okay. And entering and exiting the Hondo is something that we try to be careful about. Since we don't actually go into the Hondo, which is the area in our temple where we have the Amida Buddha, we do still practice the same etiquette if we enter or exit a room where there is an Amida in a Butsudan. Okay, So if you have an Amida in a Butsudan in your home, when you go into the room where the Amida is, you can practice this etiquette. To enter, you bow and step in with your left foot. All Sangha members remember that. When we're in the temple, we then offer saisen, our donation. And then when we exit, we bow and we step out with our right foot. Okay, now we're going to do our lightning round. So here is a question for the Brownie Girl Scouts. I need someone to answer this question who is a brownie. Buddhism is a right way to live our lives by practicing what and what? Do we have a brownie volunteer? How about any Girl Scout?
Kindness and awareness.
Kindness and awareness. Okay. So, excellent job. Next, I need a Cub Scout volunteer. Our two Buddhas are blank and blank. Who are our two Buddhas?
Shakam, well, I forgot what I was going to say.
No, you're right. Shakyamuni
Buddha.
Shakyamuni Buddha. Awesome. Can anyone help out with the last one? Who's the other one? I see people shaking their heads. I think people know the answer. Can anyone help out? Who's the next one?
You bring like your donations and the bracelet when you go like this.
Definitely. But oh, I heard somebody say it. Can a Cub Scout say it?
Amida Buddha.
Amida Buddha. Fantastic. Thank you. Next, I need somebody from YAO to answer. When you go to service, you bring a what and your what?
Unenju and donation.
Fantastic. Thank you. Okay, now we got to go to advanced Dharma school. Can you give us two meanings of Nomo Amida Buddha? Anyone from Dharma school? Two meanings of Nomo Amida Buddha. How about Dharma School and Junior YBA? Can you help out? Oh my gosh, do I have to open it up more? How about Dharma School, Junior YBA, Padma Sangha, Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts?
It means reverence and thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let's go to Padmasanga class. What are two concepts that we associate with Amida? Two concepts that we associate with Amida.
He takes care of us so we can live regular lives and still attain enlightenment.
Yay! That's one. Anyone have one other one? Well, I'll give this one to you guys. Oneness of all things. Another one is oneness of all things. Okay, last question, of the advanced round. Junior YBA, explain two meanings of putting palms together and bowing.
To say thank you or give forgiveness or like say sorry.
Yay, exactly right. Okay, let's do the final bonus question. And this will be for any member of the Sangha. For any member of the Sangha. Explain how we enter and exit the Hondo or any room where there is a Buddha.
When you enter, you step in with your left foot, and when you exit, you step out with your right.
Fantastic.
And you bow first.
That was great. That was fantastic. Okay, well, so since you guys got all of those questions right, we're going to do a bonus. But I have to say that the Dharma School students who are in Miss Elaine's class, grades K to 2 and 3 to 5, you're excused to go to Dharma School, okay? You're excused to go to Dharma School on another Zoom channel. But let's go ahead and do our bonus. But first, I need 3 volunteers to help us with our bonus round, okay? Can I get 3 volunteers? And I'll tell you what's involved. We're going to freeze, and then you have to say go when it's time to say go, okay? Okay, I'm going to assign a couple of people. How about Cub Scouts? I need a Cub Scout volunteer. Mr. Che, can you give me a volunteer?
I think that'll be Dennis now for a Cub Scout.
For Dennis? Okay, so Dennis, you're going to tell us when to go, okay? When we ask you to. How about for Girl Scouts? Can we get a Girl Scout volunteer? How about, can one of our Girl Scout leaders give us a volunteer? You guys are so shy.
Dennis, are you going to give a Cub Scout volunteer? You got one? Thank you.
He did. I think the Cub Scout volunteer is Dennis, right?
No, he's the leader.
Oh, he's the leader?
I'm sure he could do it, but...
I can volunteer for Girl Scouts.
Oh, is that Kelly?
Sarah.
Oh, thanks, Sarah. Okay. Is Mr. Chu volunteering? Okay. Mr. Chu, you can be our volunteer, okay?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Everybody shake out, stand up, and we're going to have a round of freeze dance. Play the music. And when the music plays, we're all going to dance in our screens. So turn your cameras on. Turn your camera on. Turn your camera on. Okay? So that we can all see each other. Okay, so we're going to play the music. Everyone's going to dance. We're going to freeze. And then we're going to ask Sarah to tell us when to go and Mr. Chu to tell us when to go. Ready?
Go.
Okay, let's stop. So, always remember to be happy and take with you a feeling of being happy. Everyone, let's gasho one more time for golden chain. I am a link in Amida Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must try to keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and to protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that on what I do now depends not only my own happiness or unhappiness, but also that of others. May every link in the Buddha's golden chain of love become bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Nomo Amida Buddha.
Namo Amida Buddha.
Thank you, everyone.